Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado, and we appreciate you tuning in this morning. So this morning we've got a big custom trailer that we're going to walk you through. It is a used trailer. So sitting behind me is a 2020 Bloomer 5-horse bumper pull. Now this was a custom build when it was brand new, but because of what we do here and how kind of versatile our inventory is here at Transwest and all the different modes of transportation that we can help you out with, we do have a motorhome department across the street with used trucks, haulers, those type items here on the south side as well with our horse trailers. So at times we get some package deals. So had this unit and a RV come in. We do take trades, we do buy vehicles. So we can look at possibly purchasing your trailer if you want to turn it into extra cash if you got it one sitting around, or we do take the trade-ins. So this trailer came in. Now, before we kind of get into it, I want to tell you, our used trailers go through our shop before you get them. We do a couple things. On the chassis side, one of the very first things we do is we realign every one of these trailers. We understand that road conditions, potholes, curbs, those type of items can knock a trailer out of alignment, which honestly is not going to be good for the trailer, the equipment itself, and tires, because eventually it's going to cause some issues and you're going to be on the side of the road. So we go ahead and we take a snapshot of when we put it on our machine, and then when we're done with it, and we keep that on file. And then we go through the rest of this trailer. You know, we'll take it to the wash, do a citrus or an acid wash depending on the extrusion on the side. If it's polished, it'll get a citrus wash. If it's a mill finish, it gets an acid wash. We do the stall area as well. We look at tires. We want tires to match. We want them to be within date code. We want them to be good tread. If it doesn't meet those three pieces of criteria, it gets a new set on the ground. We want them all to match and have a good set and ready for you to go use. So what we try to do is we try to recondition them, get them in as best condition as we can for you to go enjoy them. Even if a trailer is extremely well cared for, maybe even they've only had it a couple months, we're not going to tell you it's a new trailer, and I personally don't like the term like new. It is a used trailer. It can be well cared for and little use, but it is still a used trailer. So we go through the trailers themselves, and then we go ahead and put them on the lot here, and then we try to give you this real detailed walkthrough video. And this one here is going to be a real good one to go through the entire video, because this trailer has a lot of items on it when it was purchased brand new. Again, it was a custom build. It is 8 foot wide, it is 8 foot tall with an integrated pod, and then it is 25 foot 9 inches from the nose back, and then it extends obviously with the coupler itself. We will get an official empty weight on it. The scale was down the other day. In fact, we've reached out to Bloomer to see if they have it on hand that they can provide to us. If not, when the scale's up and going, we'll go ahead and get an official empty weight on this. But boy, if you're looking for something to pull behind a motorhome or a real decked out 5-horse bumper pull, good luck finding one out there on the market. We have one sitting here. So we're gonna walk you through this. Again, it's got a lot of stuff on it. So bear with us. We'll try to go through as detailed as we can on everything on this trailer. Because of the sheer size of this trailer, you know, Bloomer had gone in and upgraded the front end as far as the bumper pull hitch it goes itself. We can get you the original build sheets on it from them. One of the first things, just because of the size, is, hey, let's go ahead and put a hydraulic jack on it. You know, it is a big bumper pull, but instead of hand cranking, let's go ahead. Now it's an equalizer. It goes up and down very, very easily. As you can see, it's black sheeted skin. And one of the first things that you'll notice as we walk around here is we've got an armless awning. It's a Dometic awning extended out here. Armless work really well in these type of situations, because if you have horses tied here, we don't have to worry about the arms and horses maybe bumping them, or, you know, where does it set? But it's real easy. Just push a button in and out it goes. So very first thing is this front dressing room. As you notice, it does have a ramp over the door going into it. This was built within mind to be able to put a Cricket, a small golf cart, in this front dressing room area, which it does. It does fit in here. But again, they've gone in and done a lot of extra items in here. This is a really well-equipped front dressing room from the standpoint of a lot of storage. Up top here, you notice it's got kind of this L-shape shelf, so you can just put a lot of items in there. There is a lip on there. It's carpeted. Below that is a quote unquote boot box. Now we got a couple things in here. We've got a breaker box in here, and then also we've got our battery with the battery disconnect, and then some additional storage. Now this does have an AC unit in this front dressing room here, so that's where that breaker box comes into play, because it's a 30 amp service. So that package goes ahead and can run this air conditioner in here. You notice we've got some LED lights. Back behind us is also some fans. So you do have an air conditioner and then again some fans in this front dressing room area. And then their roof is line and insulated, and I'll show you that as we get into the back stall area and tack room as well. But a really well equipped, everything's carpeted. You've got this polylast type floor down here. It's got a lot of grip, but again, it'll be a lot simpler to clean out. I'm more of a fan of either rubber mats or something like this on a floor, just because that carpet, yes, it is marine grade and can handle water, but the big thing is if you do ever get shavings and those type of items, it gets embedded in there. It's really hard to get out. And then on the wall, they went ahead and did the rubber. Again, if they bring a cart in here, something like that, you know, I'd rather it rubbing against rubber wall mats rather than just maybe aluminum or the carpet itself. I'll let you guys go out, because over here, I'll show you before you head out, they've upgraded to these actual kind of like house style switches for the lights and the fan, and then there's a master switch here for that awning. And that master switch does need to be off when it's in tow, but it's real simple to just reach up here, push the button for this Dometic awning, and it will retract for us. Maybe. It's a Monday, we're having technical difficulties. All right, so that's not going in. We're gonna leave that one the way it is now, and we'll get it in after the video. But this does retract in. It's real simple. You push a button, in and out it goes. There's some light coverage underneath here with some LED lights. And then we've got some drop windows here on the tail side. So you can get a lot of airflow through this trailer because of the drops on the head side and tail side, and then it is a line and insulate package in the stall area as well. Now, we didn't touch on it, but let's talk about the running gear and braking power underneath this trailer. So we have two 10,000 pound air ride axles underneath this trailer. So this is an air ride equipped trailer. It does make a massive difference on the way that this trailer pulls and the ride for your horses. Also, we have electric over hydraulic disc brakes, so real heavy duty stopping power. And then, as you can see, upgraded to 19.5 wheels and tires with 16 ply Continentals. There is massive running gear underneath this trailer itself. So really well equipped from that standpoint. As we get to the other side of the trailer, the mangers, I'll show you where that compressor is, and it's all self-contained, but we'll show you how that system works. And then from here, they went with the PC load. So we have a full rear tack, and then the horses are actually gonna load up this ramp and then come in here into the stall area. Now, as you can see, this gets a little bit tight right here, but there's been a couple steps to kind of help that. This back divider is a telescoping divider. So I can shrink it down, slide it over. Now it gives a lot bigger area and angle there, you know, that's a little bit more inviting for the horses, and also they can make this corner and back out. So these dividers now will lay against it. So again, having that telescoping is a really good feature to have, because again, it just helps get these horses on and off this trailer. So we have 4 dividers, airflow. The head grills are airflow as well, padded dividers. Now this first one is not a stud divider, but we could go in possibly do an extension where it actually attaches to the divider and then goes down to the floor, and then it'll hinge down here on the post. So then that way, if you did want to add a stud divider, that could be done as well. So we have our mangers. What I also want you to notice, I'll get one of these out of the way here so you can kind of see, but this also has a water system. So you can fill up a water. Again, I'll show you where that is and where that pump is, but now your horses can have water as you are driving. Because of the integrated roof, or the pod that we have on top, you can't do roof vents up here. So you can see the line and insulate with the lights going right down the middle. Again, we have the airflow dividers, the drops on head side, drops on tail side, but they went in and then added fans to each stall. So you've got the capability to really move a lot of airflow throughout this trailer, and it really helps when you have those line and insulate packages. We're big believers in insulated roofs. We're a new Cimarron dealer, and all of our Cimarrons come standard with an insulated roof, so we understand how important that is and what it does for the temperature in these stall areas. I mean, insulated roofs will make about a 20-degree difference in the stall area versus just a plain sheet of aluminum roof. So think about that in the summertime, that type of a temperature difference itself in these stall areas. Now, with it being 10K axles, those axles do sit deep into the trailer itself. So here's your wheel well coming in. Obviously we can't see it from the other side because it's behind the mangers there. But you are going to have a little bit more, but they've rubber matted everything. And right before we head out of the stall area, up above in the corner is a camera. Now it is a Voyager system. We do have the plugs. There is 2 cameras. There's one in the stall and then one on the rear of the trailer. We don't have the monitor. You'd have to get that, but we do have at least the plug, and then the cameras are already installed in the trailer for you if you wanted to go with a camera system in this trailer. Now as we come out, because of these setups, one of the things you really get in a PC load type setup is this full width rear tack, which is absolutely fantastic from just the sheer amount of storage. Now this trailer's got a lot of storage. Again, I showed you that front dressing room. Now here's this big, massive rear tack room on it. It's a 2-foot short wall, so you do have a 4-foot offset. You have 2 dual doors, as you can see, carpeted on both of them. Everything's carpeted, the partition wall, even the blanket poles are carpeted. You've got 2 brush trays low, and then again, you've got 5 blanket poles on each one of these. And then you have a ramp. So if it's from the standpoint of walking saddles up and in here and setting them on this, you've got that capability. You're not having to step in here. You've got this saddle post. There is a location up in that front dressing room if you wanted to add an additional. Now this one doesn't work for that, but you could get a second saddle rack and put in there. But then we've got, again, all carpet, ton of storage, an additional shelf in here as well. But just a real good setup from the standpoint of being able to carry a lot of items in this trailer itself. These full width rear tacks are fantastic from that standpoint of just being able to have a lot of storage without adding an extra amount of length for like a mid-tack type setup. That's why they are so popular, and also it's easier to work off of both sides of the trailer. When you're unloading horses, tying them up, getting tacked up, again, you can work off of there. Now I'm going to shut these back doors because I want to show you on the left hand, the driver side door, what we got going on behind it. There is also combo locks on all these tack doors. So the front dressing room and then this back tack have this combo lock. So it's real simple to just go ahead and lock it, punch in a code, and then you can open it up so you don't have to have keys there. So there is our ladder that's it can extend out, and then you can get up to that hay pod, that integrated hay pod. So you've got a lot of storage up there as well. I mean, you can carry a lot of feed, a lot of tack, a lot of just equipment, any type of show items, or if you're just on the road for a long amount of time on this trailer. There's a good look at that integrated pod, the way the roof line comes up. It is a sleeker look to these trailers rather than just having a pod sitting on top. And then here's a good look at more storage that we have going on. So you have 5 bays of manger compartment. We got a couple things going on. We'll go to this back one first. And the reason why is there's our water tank for that water system and our pump directly ahead of it. So again, you can fill that up and have the ability to water horses as you're driving. And then back here on this back corner, you have an additional spigot. So if you wanted to put a little hose, maybe you're filling up a bucket You know, you don't have to go somewhere and find a hydrant. You can actually do it right here from your trailer. With it having a pump too, is you can also put a hose on there if you wanted to rinse a horse off or something along those lines. You've got the ability to do that. They did put some outlets on the exterior of the trailer as well. Because you have that 30 amp breaker package for that AC unit, you can go ahead and have be able to plug something like, you know, anything electrical in there. Now this is underneath the trailer, but this is a unique feature that they added. So we're gonna get down here, and tucked underneath, right about here, is an LED light. So they've got LED lights. They've got 4 of them underneath the trailer on each side, but that way you have some load lights on the exterior up high, but then some low. So as you're tacking and untacking, or if you're working off this trailer in the dark, you know, you've got that capability to have some light coverage. Now, I'll shut some of these up and show you on some of these doors. So on bloomers, they've got the ability to open up, and then like on the tail side, it mirrors, you have your drops. So you've got the capability to swing them open or drop them down. You know, that's really great for when you're throwing feed, throwing water in there. Obviously we have a water system, so it's not as big of a deal there, but you know, real good, easy access into there. I do like these big manger doors. Obviously when we're dealing with wheel wells, we can only do kind of smaller ones up high, but then as you work forward, we've got the capability to put these bigger ones on there, which I'm a big fan of. It's just, we're putting some items in there that are kind of oversized. It gets a little hard back in this area when you're having to reach in and out. This is a lot simpler to use and for storage, getting things in and out. Now, in the very first manger, like I talked about, this is air ride equipped. So this has an onboard compressor. It is the Dexter system. So it's the same system we use on our Cimarrons, where you have rubber torsion axles with a shock kit. So if something happens to the air ride system, the compressor, a line, a bag, it sets down on rubber torsion axles as it's sitting right now, and you can still get down the road. But it's real simple, on, off, lower, raise, and then you want to clear your line out. But it's very simple system to use, but again, boy, is it beneficial for your horses. When we go to air this trailer up, it'll actually pick this trailer up 2.5 inches higher. So the ride height will go up. So I always recommend when you're loading horses, loading your tack, getting ready to go anywhere, is have it in the lower position, because the trailer's lower to the ground, but also our ramps aren't as steep. You also have a second Dometic armless awning on driver's side here. Controls for it are in the back tack on this one, but then again, you've got awnings on both sides of this trailer to go ahead and keep the horses in shade, keeping them out of the sunlight. So again, this thing's got a lot of stuff on it. I want to give you the stock number on it. Again, it's a 2020 Bloomer 5-horse bumper pull with air ride, 5U220322. So maybe you're in a position where you're looking for a bumper pull setup like this and a motor home. We can help you out there as well. We can get you in touch with someone on that side, or you already have a motor home and you're looking for something like this. And again, we do take trades. We can help you out. We do buy trailers. Give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. And that number is 303-684-3400. Go ahead and hit the link down below for some additional information, and let us know if we can help you out with this or anything else. Have a good day, and thanks for tuning in.